YouTube and Rumble family, what's happening? I'm watching this video from Flat Earth Banjo, and it's quite interesting because there's a clip in here that totally got my attention, strictly because it touched on something about the North Pole that I'd mentioned in a previous video. Now, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to play it. I'm going to have my thoughts afterwards. Let's go ahead. Let's do this.
I'm about to show y'all how these two luminous discs work on the flat earth. From seeking the knowledge of God's handiwork, this is what I found. Now, I come to believe that they are lights resting within the firmament. Now, mankind has only been up realistically 130,000 feet. This rocket went up 121,000 feet. You can view the whole process from the ground up. I have never seen a rear view of a rocket, satellite, nor Tesla go beyond this height right here. So the Bible says that the sun is the greater light, and that he created a firmament and placed the sun within the firmament. So all this just brought me to parabolic reflection. Now, I believe that the North Star is causing a parabolic reflection off of the glass dome.
All right, now pay attention to that because that kind of touches on something that I'd mentioned in a previous video where I was talking about the Rupus Negris and how it possibly either touches the firmament or it's close and it transmits something. But let's continue.
So the Bible says that the sun is a greater light, and light has to come from a source. A floating ball of glass is strange and unusual, and so is a floating luminescent disc. But any light that comes from a source, that makes perfect sense. And the molten glass dome fits perfectly with parabolic reflection. I believe that this is why we see the sun, moon, and stars. Now, here's an example of how heat can be created through parabolic reflection. Notice that he's using glass, water, and the sun for his light source. He's creating fire. That look familiar, huh?
Greek fire.
Now, this guy is using a magnifying glass and a laser to generate heat off of wood. So parabolic reflection helps me understand how the luminaries work. It also helps me understand how the luminaries go in a corkscrew pattern. But his experiment helps me understand how this and seasons work. Now, I'm not saying that you can't go to the North Pole. And I'm not saying that you can't go to the South Pole. But the book of Enoch speaks of Mount Zion. And it would have looked it like this. I've even heard some people call it Mount Meru. So the book of Enoch says that this mountain goes high above the cloud. I don't know. That's probably why we can't fly over the North Pole. I'm just saying. Not only do I believe that this mountain is magnetic, but I believe that it either gives Polaris light or it's magnetically holding Polaris up.
So with that right there, I want to show you guys something. Right there is possibly how our world or our sky works. That parabolic dish, right? Kind of like that stuff that you get from DirecTV. That's how it functions. So it serves as a reflector, right? Or like a mirror. So that thing that says LNB, right? That would be your feed horn. Your feed horn typically is in the middle of that parabolic dish antenna. And then what happens is information leaves that feed horn, gets reflected off that dish, just like that diagram shows, and then it goes out into free space. Now, what's crazy about these dishes is that they're not all strictly transmit or strictly receive. Some of them serve as both, right? They dual up, and then so they're receive transmit antennas. So check this out now. There goes your feed horn right there. Rupus Negris, a receive transmit antenna. Where does it receive and transmit? I'll show you here in a second. Okay, so Earth is true and flat earthers, we are totally familiar with this book of the Bible and these verses. So I'm going to read Psalms 19:1-6, and it goes, "The heavens declare the glory of God, and the firmament showeth his handiwork. Day unto day uttereth speech," that's the sun. "Night unto night showeth knowledge, and that is the moon." And then it continues with, "There is no speech nor language where their voice is not heard." So every single part of this earth pretty much, right, is touched by both the sun shine and the moon shine. Number 4, it goes, their line is gone out through all the earth, and their words to the end of the world. In them hath he set a tabernacle for the sun. 5, which is as a bridegroom coming out of his chamber. So the sun, I believe, leaving the sun leaving his gate, going in a circuit, going around the world, and rejoiceth as a strong man to run a race. The race is done on a track, right? His going forth is from the end of the heaven, so from the North Pole, and his circuit unto the ends of it. And his circuit unto the ends of it. And there is nothing hid from the heat thereof. Let me show y'all something. Right there. His going forth is from the end of the heaven, and his circuit unto the ends of it. There go the ends of the world. There go the ends, as we know it, of the world. The Tropic of Capricorn. And there they go running that race. And there goes the sun winning, right? There they go running that race. Look at them. So there it is. There it is. This world functions like a parabolic dish. The firmament does, at least. Mount Meru shoots the information up. It gets reflected off the top. It comes down. And possibly, maybe I'm wrong, I don't know. But possibly those concentrated beams, right, is the sun and the moon. The sun is transmitting, uttering speech, transmitting. And the moon showeth knowledge, right? Hearing, listening, receiving. So you have a quarterback, the sun, you have the receiver, the moon. The law of correspondence is such a beautiful thing. You've got your left, you have your right. You have your up, you have your down. You have your man, you have your woman. You have your penis, you have your vagina. Everything has its type of counterpart. And so the sun and the moon function much the same way. And so what this young man was just showing in his video is just that. Anyway, YouTube, that's all I got. Join us tonight for Flat Earth Friday with the Ghost of Judah tribe, and we're going to do it up tonight, man. Join us, have fun, kick it with us. I wish you guys nothing but the best. Health, wealth, love, joy, prosperity, most of all wisdom. And with that, I love you. I'm out. Peace.